Inspiration. I'd say my inspiration to do music came while I was in primary school. Mark Myrie, aka Buju Banton. Yeah, he was the first DJ I actually listened to, and always tried to have that kind of sound, and I wanted to be like him in many ways, but God had other plans. But I still tried my best to pattern his tone and all of that, but it never worked out. So God, like I said, God had other plans for me, but that's where my main inspiration came from. The journey, yeah, well, that started from 1997 when I was a part of
the man.
Yeah, man, 1997. That was when I met some guys from this church called Jahdai Gospel Hall. Yeah, they're called God Bless Youth at the time, and they were doing songs and stuff, and I really admired what they were doing, and I said I wanted to be a part of it. But the group was so big, and they already had their lead vocalist, so I was unable to join that group. So went on and we did like songs at camp, songs at church, stuff like that. We just used to always like writing, and when I went to JC, that was in my life, I started to adapt to other kind of music, listening to different kinds of people. So the whole Rastafarian thing came in, and that was when Sizzla became my favorite artist, and I used to meditate on his songs and try my best to sing his songs all the time and use them as inspiration for me. In 2003, I met a guy by the name of Horatio, at Maritime Institute, and we were boarding at the time. So there are times when we just be there vibing as Christians, because you know how it is. We Christians always find a way to stick to our own. So I found a way to entertain myself. So when I was in the bathroom or in the dorm singing, I'd sing my own original songs, and he'd be like, yo, you sound, you got talent, you remind me of this friend of mine. So I was like, who's that? And he was like, this guy named Nicholas. So I was like, Nicholas? I've never heard of him. He's like, yeah, you haven't heard of him, but trust me, he's good and whatever. And eventually, they had Recharge was coming up, and they had a song competition going on, and he tried to get me in the competition, but it was the applications had already went in, and he said, it would still be good for me to meet Nicholas, so I should come. I was like, alright, fine, whatever. When I went to the event now, I saw Nicholas on stage, and I was like, wow, this guy is really good, I said I wanted to meet him. So I remember clearly this guy named Ricardo, he came and he carried me to Nicholas, and that's how I met him, and we started hanging out and stuff, and he was the one who actually introduced me to this whole gospel thing, where like meeting producers and the Prodigal Sons and the Ryan Mark, the Jason Mighty,